Okay, that was bizarre. I actually have a new, I received a cable modem, and I hoped everything would be really nice with it. But right now it just stopped working. So I'm lucky in a way that I still have the old connection for 1 week. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I'll have to get into it. So now I lowered the bitrate a bit and try to resume from where I left off. I don't know, I haven't exactly seen where the stream went off. I just pushed on this thing and started laughing because this Vader has looked so ridiculous in the meantime here, while I have been doing this video, that this is just one more bizarre looking thing which I try to document here. Okay. So, very good. Now I will work myself around the top side here. I have to watch out to which side I softened. Wait, I have to. I hope that would be more visible, but it seems to be this side here. So I just reinforce that a bit. Have to watch out that I'm not ripping it off. And if that side is the one on top, where do I start? Yeah, I would start like this and then I have to go backwards. Okay, then I can't believe that my nice new internet connection just went down like that. That's a bit scary because the connection that I'm using now will only be there for a few more days. But the other one is faster and was supposed to be more stable. That will be another good time with the service representatives of the cable internet company. Okay, I try to give this here an upward curvature, and I will have to do that for each and every single flap here. So that's a bit tedious. But one thing before I go on here, I just want to reset the. Oh no, it kind of started itself and it's blinking like crazy now, which is not a good sign. Huh. Oh. Nice. So I have to look at the positive, and that is at least I still have one connection that is available. So it could be much worse. I could be cut off and Vader would never get finished, for I said I want to do everything live. So it's not worst case, it's just unfortunate. For I really hoped it would be a more reliable connection as compared to the one that I was using until now. Now this might be of interest. Let me what? What is this? I don't know if anyone can see me right now, or what? Show me the stream. God damn it. Yeah, go to my live dashboard. Okay, yeah, this is a bit of madness here, for my internet actually just decided to stop itself, and I had to switch connections, and now I was in the wrong windows, and here, to get rid of this nasty cracks here, it really helps to just yeah, break down the whole edge of the cardboard. And this way it's possible to get a really nice rounded corner here in the top. Try not to slip down with your tool as I did right now. Okay, just and even maybe it's best to do that, as I did with the last one now, to break down or to smooth off that corner. While it hasn't been glued down. And here I will prepare the next flaps for the treatment. The nice thing is, or why it is so easy to sculpt the edge now, is that the cardboard here, that this layer of cardboard has been softened by the glue, which I applied to this understructure, and it yeah, it's soaked into the cardboard from beneath to the top, and that first made this the top edge of the lower cardboard a lot more sculptable, but also the layer of cardboard that we are gluing on there. So and now I'm here, even before I press it down, I am rounding that off in the hopes that I get a better edge finish here. So for especially the parts where the incisions were made. Is incision the right word? Actually, I think I remember it from like medical stuff. So that here, if you go with a scalpel, that is an incision. I don't know if you can say the same thing if you're here working on some stuff. So I just tried to type something into the chat, which was like not really successful. A lot of mistakes there, but I still try to hold down or press down on the cardboard here. So there's I don't know why, but they tell me that the chat function is not available for this live stream. Okay, I hope this fixed the problem. Okay, this is still very experimental here for me, and as I was talking about earlier, or like 5 minutes ago, my newly connected internet connection, which is some kind of cable internet, which was supposed to be faster and more reliable and everything good under the sun was promised to be part of the new connection. It just completely died on me, and now I had to switch back to my old connection, which I still have for a couple of days, and I really hope that this was just like a one-time glitch thing with the cable internet, or that they I don't know, because the other one is not disconnected yet. But if that would keep happening, I wouldn't be able to reliably stream, and that's actually what I try to do here, or try to get into. So if I might ask, where are you watching from? I would be very interested to know that. For here in Germany, it's like really late now. It's, what is it? 3 o'clock? 2 o'clock? Oh, it's 4 o'clock here. So the sun will come up in 40 minutes. Yeah, it would just be interesting who's online now, or in from which part of the world you're watching. What? You don't have to answer. I can understand that. Okay. So, one problem that I'm seeing here right now is that this is much too angular on top here. So I will have to apply multiple layers that get a bit smaller to round it off a bit, for this looks not cool. Definitely not cool. But it's a nice foundation, and I will here just finish to glue down the parts that go around it, and then I will actually move on to the back of the helmet. For my plan for today was and is to have the rough structure finished. This needs to be like this for the whole build, and I think worrying about the top of the helmet is a problem that I can address later. Let me switch that. I'm just trying to get as much curvature out of this top thing as I can. For everything I can get now for like without a lot of work is less work later on. And right now this looks kind of ridiculous for here this edge is like so very visible that it doesn't even not even if I try to be nice when I watch it. Hey Memosario Games, I think I pronounced it right on my first try. How are you? Even when I'm really trying to be nice to my sculpture, it just looks like a ridiculous little, like a pen or something lies on his head or was dropped on his head or so. It looks not very good. And I have to here, but it's actually okay for the helmet. Yeah, it's nice for the helmet, so gives it a good foundation, so there's no problem. But I will have to sculpt a lot of stuff in there, on there, to make it look good. Cool. Okay, so I leave the top of the head alone for now, I think. Yeah, maybe I'm going one more time. I'm going around the whole thing, try to press everything down that came loose, and then I will move to the back of the helmet and get the proportion right there, and fix the nose part of the helmet. So that will actually, or could actually, keep me on track to finish all the rough stuff today. Okay, he's done for now. Okay, I need cardboard for the back here. Okay, which way will I do it? So I got two alternatives here. I just have to get rid of this, and then I can explain it. There's too much crap on my table. I hope I haven't done anything here. I can start the repair of his backside on the top or on the bottom. If I started on the top, one moment, I'm nearly there. But I need to get this stuff off, for the glue actually won't stick to it. And if I preheat it a bit, it's easier to get it off. Okay, this can be pulled off like this. Now what I wanted to explain is actually, I tried to show it on a smaller piece here. Is there some dead piece of cardboard? I can use this. When I start here at the lower edge of the model, so then I can, here I will go to here, and when I cut into the cardboard, just here, just as a sketch here, and now I can cut into the cardboard, and I can overlap this pieces here, not too much, but a little bit. When I start on top and try to get everything to here to this lower edge, so then everything will spread out a bit, and then I have to fix the triangles. I'm not really sure how to do it for here, but okay. I'm going to go with the lower thing. I will start at the bottom, glue it around the helmet to the inside actually, so that I have a strong foundation there, and then I will do small incisions and try to really end on this line, and I hope that the back of the helmet will bear more resemblance to Vader's helmet then. which right now is I really like the front of the helmet. That starts to shape up nicely, but the back, even if you look at it like this here, this curvature looks pitiful. Damn, I will just cut the whole thing away. That doesn't really look good, and the lower part looks really awful. Okay, I will pre-break it down. So I want to press a little kind of ridge in there that I can fold the cardboard along then. And then I want to actually press another ridge in there, so I have something that that I can wrap around the edge of the helmet. Okay. Yeah, the cardboard will not really like it when I bend it like this, but well, this is better than I expected. I will like pre-do this, and then I'll fold it up like this, and then insert it like so. Here, can I cover the whole side with it? Okay, it's a bit too small, but I think that's okay. Yeah, I just mark my starting point, and now here what I will do is I cut the insides here for when the cardboard can overlap on the inside, then it won't resist the curvature so much. But that's like the base technique, which I've been using for the whole time. So now this way, then I have a strong edge on the inside, and here you see when it is curved, it wants to overlap, and if I don't pre-cut it, then there is no room for the cardboard to where it can go to, so it starts to fold up onto itself, and then there's way too much resistance from the cardboard, and it is very hard to glue it down. And when you can glue it down, you have a very, very wavy surface. I don't want wavy surface. Now I will moisten the whole thing. Well, I will try to glue it in all at once, or glue the whole length of this thing down. But what I should have done before is get rid of these bumps here. This doesn't matter, for we won't use the whole height of the cardboard. Well, we just want to end up here. And that is really just to correct the look of the helmet. For the back part here, it's just too small. It looks like, I don't know, like an ugly bicycle helmet on the back. It's so no, it's not looking good right now, so it has to be fixed. And this will hopefully do it for me. Now I will. Here I had my little marking here, and that's where I start. And now I yeah, just okay. This will be a bit time consuming, I fear, if I try to do it all by hand. So I start to clamp it down that I don't have to hold everything in. Yeah, I have to watch out that it's really connecting with the lower edge. Okay. Look at the beauty of this edge. Too bad that it will not last. But that is a beautiful, beautiful cardboard corner. Okay. And this was helped by the fact that I here pressed this into the cardboard, and yeah, like when you, I don't know the word for it, but here that I here weakened it in this along this line that I pressed in there, and then you can actually really fold it quite nicely around that edge, and it's all straight and stuff. And because I did this and in 2 lines, for I wanted to have the thickness of this edge presented there. This helped to have such a beautiful line. That was like that was like giving birth. Or maybe watching someone give birth. So it was painful. That was not a really good explanation of anything, but I hope you were able to follow it somehow. Okay. Yeah, I tried to clamp that down. Whoops. Here I need some space here. So let me watch the helmet for as long as this takes to settle down. There was still some stuff that I was working on. Oh yeah, here I was in the process of blending this surface to the back. Okay, I will start down here, and then I take that away, this away, this away. So I'm just doing some cutouts for this way I can start earlier earlier. Yeah, I don't have to start to glue down the cardboard here behind these two features. If you just cut some stuff away and try to make it fit somehow, you can start between the features, and then won't be as evident. You can basically, what I'm trying to say is, I try to hide the gluing lines, and this way now you can only see this line, and this line, and here this and this is hidden, for I put it against the detail there, and that can sometimes be really helpful. Yeah, it was not really. That was not nice. I'm rambling like an idiot. Oh my god. Okay, I will insert another piece here that I bring to the front. For I need some foundation for the next piece. So I just push that in here. Yep. Oh, now I can put this onto there. Here there needs to be a little piece here. There's an indentation that my other cardboard does not like. I try to prepare this so that it will like really be kind of invisible in there. Try to just blend all the outside edges to the surrounding. That's good. And because I lay this down and just try to prepare the underground for it, and the next piece that I will put on there will have much more strength, and hopefully it won't just fold under the pressure. And what you can see here is there's like a real like a cliff, and that's also something, if you can avoid it, try to. I will just put stuff in there once again, just to achieve or to create a better foundation, and by that to achieve a stronger model. For when I cut everything apart, I don't want that half of the model just goes confetti on me. I want it to remain in its shape and in its structural integrity. Okay. And I'm not really sure how I'm going to pull off this whole cutting the helmet into pieces thing. And how well each part actually holds its shape. For if I cut it apart and each part loses its shape, then there would have been no benefit from building it in one piece. And all I wanted is that when I cut it apart, that it will actually fit. That I don't have to do a whole lot of trimming from upper side and lower side to get both edges to align with each other. I'm trying to get to a point where this can be put in there. Let me see. Okay, here there can be a slight overlap in the back. I think that it actually helps to define the form. But here it's there's a slight whoop, whoop. Oh. Okay, C2. Sounds a bit Star Wars, see? Okay, this has to be a deeper cut if I wanted to conform to the head shape here. Wet cardboard, and now it is wet because I applied the glue, is really difficult to cut. I think this helped. So I will examine it in this camera. This is the side where I added it to, and yeah, I think both sides kind of match up now. Doesn't have to, has to be much more. Very nice. I'm happy with that. And here now there's a very deep indentation in the in this forward bend thing there, and the outer edge can be trimmed a bit. Hey, but actually, let me compare that to. Okay, I actually brought this side up, this cheek bone, or this cheek thing. And, well, no, here it looks okay if I look at it right now in the screen, and when I look at it like this, it looks okay too. So one thing that I'm noticing right now is that here in my Vader helmet, right now the part that is furthest away, but here is that that the edges of the eyes are actually sticking out. And when I look at the mask, the head is what is sticking out from the mask. So here the upper, lower, the upper outsides of the skull. So I need to pull this whole thing out, and that will actually help me with the helmet. For right now, it was I can loosen these. Hey, back there. Okay. Now here when I have the helmet on there, there's like nothing to really hold it. And I think that is because there is not enough volume to the sides here. So this will be addressed right now. I will take this cardboard, which is kind of soft, that is good, and start to apply it to the sides of the skull. And I have to build up quite a lot of volume here if I want this to really stick out. So I will try not to move too far back here, because this part will be cut away. Yes, I think if the sides are actually coming out until here or up to here, it will look much better. For right now, it looks too compressed, if you get what I mean. Is it going to be wearable? Yes. Or that's at least what I hope. In the first, so you can like watch it at the channel, but it's not that important. I started to take all the measurements from my head. And I was able to put the early stages of it onto my head, and then I closed it off and worked from away. I just added to it, and everything I added was on the outside. So if everything went the way I wanted to, my head should still fit inside of here. And I hope to see it soon when I like cut this thing apart, so that I have the. I'm going to show it again. That when I wait, So when I'm going to cut it apart, so that this neck piece is here, this is consists of two pieces. So it's just you put one in the back of your neck, and then you somehow this gets connected to this, and then this mask goes on top of here, and then the helmet goes on top of everything. So if everything proceeds as planned, I should still be able to put my head into there, into this mask. Hopefully. Yeah, it will come apart, and it will even do more than that. I don't know where my sketch is. In the first stream, I've shown this. Let me take a look. Wait a moment, please. Okay, it doesn't really matter. I don't find the sketch right now, but what I want to do is that the when everything is finished, all this here will be on one big kind of frame thing, and then I want to have a lever on the side that I can like pull down or push up, and then the whole helmet should come apart like this. So this should separate from here, and the lower part should separate from here. And then if you push the lever into the other position, it is supposed to close itself again. That is at least what I'm trying to do. And I wait. Here want to do it all with cardboard, so there will be different gears in there and stuff like that. So I hope it works out, but that is still a long way. And now I will try to add the much needed volume to the side of his head. And I try not to interfere with the brows too much. Or that shape was quite hard to get. Okay. Very nice. How long is it? Yeah, that's cool. So now this bulking Vader. Now I think I can actually go to the front here. Okay, I should have pre-bent this cardboard that I didn't. Wait, maybe I can still do that. For it was extremely difficult to put it on here. Now I'm using wood glue, and this is a fast drying wood glue. But actually, it's not that different from this whitish school glue. At least not from some of the stuff you could buy here. But I tried to when I was looking for the right glue, one of my one of my ideas at least was that I want to pick up glue that will be around in 5 to 10 years, so and that will be readily available in Germany. And this Ponal thing is, I think it's the biggest brand for wood glue, and it's from the biggest glue and home chemicals company. So I wanted to have something where I could be sure that I can buy it for a long time. Do you know what I mean? Okay, my stream here is just funny. Can you actually see something in the stream? Can you? This is what is going on here? Ah! Damn, what is going on? Really, this is too much for me. Okay, I will try to go to a recognizable picture like this, and once I see that in the stream window, I know that something is working. It is absurd. First, my internet crashes, and now the machine. Hi. The machine went blue screen on me. Okay, so I think this is now it's starting to catch up. I think now there's time difference between picture and stream. Hey, Samyang, my the whole internet setup at my house was like kind of very shaky, so I haven't even been on PlayStation Live. I will definitely do it. I wanted to have done it by now, but yeah, I just had technical problems here the whole time, like you saw right now. I will look at it. I will do it today. I will do it today. I think I said that the last time, but right now there was just too much work here. I'm sorry. Please don't die on me again stream. Okay, so what I actually don't know if this is being added to the video that went before it, if YouTube waited long enough for me to return. So I hope that it's not a new video. If it is a new video, just as a small introduction, I'm finishing up the rough shape of the helmet, and right now it's necessary for me to bulk up the top part. Today I've been streaming for 5 hours plus, a little bit more. But I'm in the unfortunate situation that I have a 3D printer, and there I need to print stuff for my work, and so I always have to restart it with a new part once it is finished, and that does not allow me to go to bed right now. So, but I hope to assemble the stuff that I'm building right now, and that I can go to bed tonight or later tonight. I think this the sun already went up here, or if not, it's about to. But the good thing is that this build is coming along, and I think it's coming along quite nicely, especially in the last 2 days. It's getting refined more and more. So the lower part is like this. And then here, this looks a bit like when I'm building up the sides of the helmet like this, what is it, the security chief of Bespin, this guy that's working for Lando Calrissian. What time is it in Germany right now? It's 5 o'clock in the morning. So, or in 7 minutes it will be 5 o'clock in the morning. What time is it where you at? Zack, zack, zack. Yeah, no, it's not late, it's early. The early bird catches the worm. But for me, it doesn't really matter what time it is, for I can decide for myself when I work and when not. So I'm what do you call that? Self-employed, freelance worker. and then when everything is finished, like at 10 o'clock in the morning, then I go to bed then. And right now my rhythm is a bit off, that I like go to bed in like at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and then I sleep for 6 to 7 hours. Oh, yeah, that's 11 p.m. 9 a.m. So, well, if it's 11 p.m. It's so hard to turn the world in front of my head. So, which... Well, I'm like really not very capable head-wise right now. So yours, it's starting to get late for you guys. That's always for me. That's funny or sometimes really difficult. For my sister lives in Australia. Mayala, hey. And yeah, the time difference is so severe that it's hard for us to even get together for Skype sometimes. Can you, or do you see the difference now here when there's, as soon as it starts to get a bit thicker here on these two sides, it actually helps the whole mask. Very, very good. So I like that. That this got caught from this kind of mistake in proportion before I would have started to put more work into the surface. Well, I don't like to work on real unnecessary stuff. So it's cool to really work long at stuff. But to do stuff that could have been avoided is like, that's never cool. If you know what I mean. Thanks. Yeah, I think this whole volume here, before it looked just to like this, and not really like this towering scary thing that Vader is. So this, yeah, it really helps it. And for the helmet is supposed to be operational, and it will be displayed in a way as I explained, that everything is visible. The proportion of the face mask has to look good too. It's a bit shitty that I'm not allowed to show movie sequences here, and even pictures from the movie, or so still frames and stuff like that. It's quite a shame. For I would have loved to, yeah, just have some pictures here, and so to be able to point out some stuff in the movie frames where they actually changed the helmet, and there's different versions of it and stuff like that. But I don't want to have a problem with Disney. Ooh. So, and when you're a really small time YouTuber that is not represented by any kind of network or stuff, then it's like very risky to yeah, even put in still frames of some movies. So I think it's okay to show pictures from the book, for it's my book. I bought the book, and I let you, the viewership, look into my book. So I hope that's okay. But I still don't know why I got demonetized on the video from 5 days ago. So what their problem was. I mean, I haven't done anything that I haven't done today, or that I've done on Sunday. So, and the videos from Sunday and the day before, they have no warning on them. But the one from last week, I think Wednesday, is demonetized. Both video 1 and 2. I don't know what is going on there. Yeah, I think just here, this kind of thickness now to both sides, and I think then that it could be more. Could be more. I try to watch it progress. Okay, maybe this will give me more room to play with. Hey, thank you very much. I wish you a good night's sleep, and hope to see you again in the future. Bye bye. So the day begins in Germany and it ends in the Americas. Very, very nice. Here I will put this down, and I try to copy one shape from one side to the next, to the other, to have some kind of symmetry. Okay. So I think I'll have to look at the helmet again for I don't want to bulk it up too much, for actually I will add quite a lot of nonsensical techno details, or some technical details to here and to the front, and there's a lot of like pseudo electronics going on, and all that should still be able to fit under the helmet. So I'm trying not to build up too much bulk on the side now. And with this being said, this will be my last addition to the side of the head now, for I will now return to the helmet. Nice. I like it. I like it. And here, right now, what I'm trying to do is, I try to take care that there is none of this wood glue actually getting in between the cardboard layers here. For I want to once I start to really work on the surface of this thing, I want to like put the glue in between there and then press everything down, like in a way as I did it here. But if I accidentally like flood this with wood glue now, then it will get so hard that I wouldn't be able to get any kind of smooth edge from this cardboard here. So that's why this long prelude, I really have to watch out when I push glue behind this edge here. Can you see that? That nothing gets inside the cardboard. Well, that would be not desired, or a very undesired side effect. So now I try to get it behind this cardboard here. So I can press it down and move on to the helmet. Oh, this looks kind of good. So I let this soak in for a while. Okay. Okay. Here, so trying to get an even distribution of the glue inside of there. Nice. Now next up, helmet. Well, this stuff here, it's not completely dry, but it should be strong enough. And yeah, which way will I cut it? Okay, I try to do it in one pass from top to bottom. Maybe at first I just take away the part that I definitely won't need. So this is like up here. This stuff is just will not be used for the backside of the helmet thing. And once I have removed this, I should be able to see a whole lot more. Okay, so here this now I can watch the inside and okay, I will do the overlapping technique again, the same as it has been done here. I will not. I will make sure, or I will try not to cut into the helmet too deep. Even though it really wouldn't matter, for it's like resurfacing the lower part of the helmet now. But I really would like to keep this nice edge down here, for that's like nearly finished quality. Okay, now let me see. Oops. I'll have to mark. I have to mark these stripes individually. I will use the dark marker so you can see something. I really don't know where it is, and once you say you don't know where anything is or something is, it will show itself. So I will use this, then it's easier to like see what I try to do. And I need some more distance to be able to see everything at once. Tap, tap, tap. Okay. So I move around the helmet once. Just try to mark the line here. And like this. And now I'm like torn between cutting it off, cutting the I can try to show you the difference here. I'm torn between whether I glue it down like this, I think I have to glue it down like this, for I wouldn't be able to if I won't do it like this, then I would need to really press the whole thing down, and then the angle wouldn't be steeper than before. I will try to fold everything back. I can have some like a practice run with it. I don't have to commit to the gluing down part. I think No, this is not good. I will try it like this. And the way I've done it before, here was just the, okay. Yeah, I still can't decide if this will actually look good or not. It's difficult. And it's when I flap this or fold this to the back side, then here maybe you can see that, then this stuff gets in the way of each other. Okay, I will just cut it away above the my marking, and we'll just live with that edge. And then if it's not good enough, the edge that I'm getting here, then I would just cover it with another layer of cardboard. Okay. I hope I won't regret doing this right now. Okay, I will work inside out. So, which means this will be the first piece of cardboard that I glue down, and I will just glue down the top of it. And hope that it stays in place. Yeah, I will fill up the inside, as I told before. Let's see if this has any chance of actually staying in place. Okay, it tried to come off right now. Maybe I can use a little bit of painter's tape to actually glue it down, and then I can move a bit faster. I will try it like this. But yeah, I have to watch that I'm not hindering the next piece. Thank you very much. It's looking so good so far. I think so too. For right now, and for for the point in the building timeline right now, it starts to show promise, I think. I'm like really interested how it will look. And what I'm most interested in is if it will have this kind of a mass to it. So this kind of that it is portraying something heavy, and not just here paper, but more like boom, Vader. I don't know how to put it in words in English right now, but yeah, I want it to look powerful. So, and I hope that I will be able to actually build this opening mechanism. For that would be like really cool. And I want to have that on my wall. And what I always wanted to have on my wall too is Han Solo in carbonite. But I'm not sure if I'm really up for a life-size figure. Yeah, die rebel scum. Oh, damn! I love Star Wars. So or the designers, and like there were so many extremely skilled and for me it's unbelievable how good the whole design team, the effects team, everyone was there. And in the process of making these movies, they like reinvented a lot of the special effects for Hollywood. So it was like 20 years, more than 20 years. Everything was nearly everything, nearly every effects movie was done in the same fashion as they did Star Wars. Okay, the lower side of the helmet now, it looks better than before, but it's still not really what I was hoping for. But I just have to give it a bit more time. Maybe it's possible when I cut it like this, that it will start to look good. Here there's still problems with the backside. Let's see. Let's see. Right now what I really have to pay attention for is that I'm not pressing down on these here. For wait, I think you can see it from here. Can you watch in there? Wait, I switch cameras. Look. Here. This is just floating in the air. And if I would press on it now, it would destroy the whole nice surface here. So I have to be like really careful while gluing it down. And still I need to apply enough pressure that there's a nice connection. Challenging. That is what it is. Okay, and this is the first piece that I can like completely glue down. For this will stay inside that surface here. Okay. I think I can reuse these little strips of painter's tape. Yeah. This middle ridge here, or however you call it, I think ridge is good, will be continued over the backside of the helmet. So this will actually help to visually unify the helmet. That was way too much glue. That's more than enough for the next piece too. Just that it's not drying up. Okay. Yeah, I'm not too happy with it now, but that is just a problem of the proportions here, and it's definitely nothing that's difficult to do. It's just not ready yet. Yeah, I have to open this up a bit more. Okay. Now that I'm nearly nearly done with this little run here, I don't really know how or what I will do next today. This is not that bad, but I'm fighting with myself if I will elongate this whole part here. I will have to see it when it is on the face mask. It's of no sense to think about it or try to come up with a solution without me being able to see it in context of the whole helmet. So that just slows me down, and slow down I don't need now, for there is so much to be done. And I will go on for, let me see, yeah, at least half an hour. I think a bit more, 45 minutes, and then I will have to return to my normal job. Then I have to start earning some money to actually be able to continue doing this stuff here. Okay, and just for looks now, I wanna. Here, this was the one that I had prepared as a second layer to the top one. Here I just want to see how that looks when it's on there. Also on the top. This is actually kind of difficult for me to decide what I want here. So the first thing is that here, this has to come up a bit. Yeah. And I hope this eases the whole helmet a bit into. Now I have to destroy this beautiful edge, but oops. Okay, I think that this side looks better than as compared to this side. So this side, and I will not have a final decision on that today. Well, I will give it some time and look at it maybe tomorrow or tonight. Maybe I will be streaming it again in a couple of hours, for I want to move the project along. Okay. It's okay. Here, both sides are very different, but none is like really horrible. Even though here this comes out too far. So I'm preferring this side right now, and I think I will put this on there, or on here, in order to see if I really like it or not. Okay, I'm getting rid of the lower parts here. Okay. To watch out not to put too much glue to the top of the cardboard. And here I will like brutally try to get this around the corner. Yeah, and I have to watch out not to press this in too much. As I said before, there's like no no foundation beneath these panels. I will call them panels. Now I absolutely need some more cardboard that is 3.5 centimeters wide. And best would be if I could use one whole stripe across the whole thing. One stripe of cardboard across the whole thing. That will have the best surface. Yeah, so right now I'm trying to look at the mask and at the helmet, and I'm trying to squeeze my eyes to watch for the biggest errors that I can spot at once, and which I need to address before I go on any further. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Oops, I have to watch out that I don't stop the camera. Okay, one thing is that the nose thing there, this thing here that is going to the nose, this is not supposed to stick out like that. Here, maybe I can, here, I can here show you that it's actually a little bit recessed against the eyebrows. It's just a bit longer, but it comes down nearly like this. Here. This is what I will have to fix now before I go on with that. Then I believe I will commit to the rounded variant of the helmet. As opposed to the other side, but I think the rounded one makes more sense. At least it does to me. It might be a little bit, could be a bit straighter here, but definitely not like this nearly here. There's nearly a 90 degrees angle. That's not what I want to have. Yeah, but biggest thing is here to get the nose in. I think that's nearly everything. And then I will take some cardboard from the inside, or I will glue something to the inside. And then, yeah, this is an easy fix. Let's see if I'm able to cut this off, because there's hot glue in there, and hot glue is difficult to cut sometimes. Let me stand up for this. Here, I don't want to rip everything apart. Here just picks up the curvature from the eyebrows and then brings it back into the other eyebrow. Here like this, and now I just have to make sure that it stays in this position. Nice. could actually. It is looking more and more like Vader. Here, okay, there's just some angularity thing, but look at it. I love it. It's coming together. I am quite happy with it. Here he can rest for a little while. Here I just need to wait. You're doing it like this. Here I will just take some cardboard that is kind of strong. This here is perfect for the job. And I will attach that to the inside of the helmet here, and I hope, okay, a little bit longer would be preferred. Okay, I'm taking this here, and now I will try to how long can it be? Like this. Okay. It should come down here, and then I will double up on the thickness with this piece on top there, on top of there. And this should be able to hold the piece in the middle here down the way we or I want it here right now. This does not even need to be this long. Okay. I think this will be good enough. And I overlap it a bit. And then I cut the excess part away. Okay. Here, this is the nose job situation. I think I'll have to hold it in that position for a while. Maybe I should support it with some additional glue down here, which on the one hand will, once it's dry, will help it to strengthen the whole thing. And right now it will help to make the cardboard a bit softer, so it's easier held in place. I'm looking for a way to put this somewhere without me having to hold it down. I think that's that's good. Now, I had some observations here that I've completely forgotten by now. Okay, I will go back to this cam. Try to stabilize it. Here. Okay, there's a whole lot of surface work that needs to be done. Here the whole triangle must be redefined or refined. Then I think the bridge of the nose. Yep, there needs to be a bigger angle there. I think I can do that next. So it should be, let me show you. So right now it's just really sticking out, but it should come up like this. So that's what I will address next. And then there's these kinds of, I don't know what to call them. This grooves or this markings on the bridge of his nose, which I have not started to include yet. So I think I will mark them down and then use them as kind of a guide for that's one. I think it's even a bit like this one, and it's actually going up till here, and one in the middle of that. So, and what I see here is that my eyes are this downward slope on both insides is just too extreme. This makes the eyes too soft. He looks as if he's asking for forgiveness, which is that's wrong. So the inside has to be pushed up a bit. And the eye has to be more like this. And this has to be straight. Okay, so this has to be kind of straight, and then come in here. Same thing for the other side. It has to be straight, and then come down at a steeper angle. So I will have to cut that away and repair that. And I think this will help the overall look of him, and to get it a bit more to the dark side, where he belongs. Yep. And I think even before I do that, I really want to see how the mouthpiece looks once it is attached. For here it seems to be like an extra piece that is put onto here, which would make sense. And directly beneath it here. This lip that you see here, this whole lip will be on the lower part of the helmet. The lip. I will try to rough out the mouse triangle here. But I really want to see how it looks, and this will affect the overall proportions of it. Let me see what. I think the angle that I established here is good. Having said that, I mark down the angle that is built. Here, and I will try to get further measurements here. So actually okay, everything is very it's crooked. Okay, the lower side is okay. Here I need to lose some stuff over there. And why I want to start this right now is that this is a very very angular shape, and this has to be perfect. And so I think the best solution to tackle this is to build it perfectly, and then have the mask. So then I hold it on here, or just tape it on there, and then I make the mask meet up with it. So of course, when I try to get this perfect, that's way harder as compared to building the triangle part with actually measuring and having the right angles and stuff like that, and using a decent piece of writing equipment. Okay, I will try to figure out what angle this is here. Here, if I put that, the center of the triangle is the middle of the nose. This means there is a center line, and there is this nose structure there, and the angle that is okay, it's a bit less than 90 degrees. The but the 90-degree mark is actually part of the design here, or it seems like that. And that is, now I need to just take the height that I have here. That's 7 centimeters. Okay, now at 7 centimeters, this is going here now is wait, as you can see, this angle is way too steep, or is it too whatever you would call that. At the end of this mouse triangle are these 2 screws that might actually hold down the top piece. Or they're just on the lower piece. Here's wait, the 7 centimeters were measured from here to there. I can give it 7.2 maybe. Yeah, I mean, this is not that important. It is that here at the end are these 2 screws. And the outside angle comes from the inside of the screw. Here, the outside angle is from the center of the nose to the outside of this screws is 90 degrees, and the angle that we were looking for is actually somewhere on the other side of the screws. So this is the triangle we are aiming for, and that is not too far off from what I had here. Now, how thick do I want the outside to be? That looks kind of right. Here I think it's even thinner in that one, but I still have to build it, so I don't want to make it too flimsy. No, I needed to have a certain thickness. I'm taking the lower part of the. Okay, this is a no good piece of equipment. I'm looking for a better. I'll be back. Oops. Okay, I like this roller ball here. Okay. So I was taking the bottom or the lower part of the numbers. Here the screws are in the middle of this, so I'm aiming for this here, Now I try to give it the same thickness, even though this is way thicker. I'm going for like 8 millimeters here. Okay, this is what I want to use as the breathing apparatus thing. And now actually the screws are down here. I don't know what size they are, but this is what I will take or use as a template. I just paint in the... Okay, I'm getting really tired. It must be hell of boring to watch me talk with myself, more or less. I do a rough cutout just to compare it against my my mask here. Okay, and this is actually not that bad. Just I just cut around the problematic parts, or the parts which I don't know how to address yet. So once I have all the unnecessary cardboard stripped away, I can take into account the measurement of the nose that I have on my mask. Here, everything is not that far off. The placement of the screws is very far off, but I think I will stick with it. Here now the height of the nose. I just transfer what I got, and here on the back side I can like see what it's looking like. Okay, this would be the measurement, but this is still too wide for me, or for what I like. So I guess I will move it in by one width thing. I will go from the top to the inside of the triangle. And the same thing on the other side. I will go from this top point to the inside of the triangle. Cut away the whole outside and then I will just freehand the rest. I just wanted to have a structure in which I could start to build this thing. Yeah, I can read this. By the way, what is this supposed to be? No, it's not not Illuminati. Here, can you... Here, I'm starting to build the mouse grill. The mouse grill for Vader's. Here, look. So now I'm starting to build this grill thing that sits above here, and I needed to get the measurements right. For I will build this as a separate piece. At least I will rough it out now and give it the heights and thickness that I wanted to have. And then I will try to make this meet up with the mask, if you know what I mean. And here this top part, which might look like a all-seeing shining eye, is this here nose kind of thing. Nice noise. And that is like nearly exactly what I wanted. So I will try to make it a bit more beautiful. Okay. What is that? From here to here. Nice. Were you able to hear me? Actually? Konata Izumi? Yeah. So I will mark down the on the thickness of the outer walls now. And next I will duplicate this piece a couple of times, glue them on top of each other, and then use that as a structural guide for the rest of the I've used a lot of cardboard today. A lot of cardboard. Oh, I forgot to press this down. Like if you remember, like, I don't know, 30 minutes ago, I dropped some glue here. I need some more cardboard. This is a whole lot of cardboard that is helping in the making of this hopefully beautiful Darth Vader mask slash sculpt slash bust. No, don't rip up. And all this cardboard just would have ended up, I don't know, in a landfill or stuff like that. Maybe it would have been recycled, but just maybe. In a lot of cities, they claim to recycle, but actually they burn everything, for it's cheaper. Hopefully they don't do it, but I think to build something from it is actually a very respectful way to deal with cardboard. For this I need a sharp knife again. Just remove these, and what I will do now is first try to get rid of this thing down here. For if I don't peel that off, I won't be able to lay it flat on the cardboard. And that would be a shame. Okay. I can go to the full detail cam. I will lay this down in different directions. You will see what I mean. Here 2 times I will lay it down like this, and then 2 times actually in the other direction of the wavy pattern here. And in this way, when I combine these into one block of cardboard, it will have a lot of strength. For I use this, and then the next one. That means that the cardboard will crisscross from layer to layer, and that should give a high level of stability. I'm trying to cut it by hand, and then I will just file off the rest. But it will never be really perfect what I'm cutting here. And this way I can show you how I duplicate parts. And actually the worst cut was the first one, for there I went inside of the line which was given, and that is normally what I really try to avoid, and try to error more to the outside of it. Okay. Like this and like this and like this and so on. Okay, now I try to I'm looking for the wavy pattern, and wait, I will. Here, can you see the cardboard pattern from, right here? I think now you can see it here. It moves to this direction, and then here it moves side to side. Now I want to have one that moves up down again. Here, this is up and down. And this is side to side again. So this is the way I stack them. Now I replace this one with this one, and I glue them all together. So I will make one big block from them. But wait, I think it's better to cut it now. But as I said before, I try to stay on the outside of the line. Yeah. For the final work on this, I will do with some sanding paper, or maybe with some filing. And with cardboard, it's always difficult to like exactly cut up two pieces that are like perfectly matched. Or sometimes you're inside a wave or on top of a wave, and then it gets crushed down a bit. and so on. So it is very important to have some techniques to get the stuff to be a little more towards identical. And like here you can see that I am nowhere close to identical, like nowhere close, but all this will be trimmed away. I will get rid of all these things once I start to use some sanding paper. Okay, now I can look which one is the worst, and this seems to be, it seems to be this one. So I will just tighten him up a little bit. So not too much, but just that it's actually kind of easy to stack them at least. Okay, this is about the height that I want for the front of the snout of Darth. Now I try to put down a very thin layer of glue, but it should be everywhere. But if there is too much glue in the cardboard, it will warp everything, and we want to avoid that. Okay, now I continue to put on the glue, and this will actually be the end of my live stream for now, because this has to dry for at least a couple of hours, that I can then come in with different tools to first sand it down, and then cut it to get to the grill shape of the snout that I want to have. So, and then this template, which is still here, can be reused as often as I want. And with the Vader helmet, what's really important is that overall there's not a lot of detail in there. It's just a very flowing form with few technical stuff, with few technical details. So it is extremely important to get the essence of this Vader thing to be really accurate with the technical parts and invest some time into them, even more than into the other stuff. For this will be the contrast between the very flowing forms and of the whole helmet, and then this very harsh angular thing here in the middle of his face. It is really important to give that enough love, to give it some time. Thanks for watching. I will put this stuff under here, and I will let it dry. I hope to see you again within at the next live stream, or that you watch the channel, or yeah, that you comment what you think about this whole Vader thing, or about the channel, and so on. I say bye bye. Have a good night. Have a nice day. Have a nice week. And I am out. Bye bye.